Through the Mirrors. It was a damp, foggy Tuesday in late September when Emily Harper drove her rattling sedan into the outskirts of Cutler, a forgotten speck of a town in northern Maine. The air smelled of pine and wet earth, the streets lined with sagging clapboard houses, their paint chipped, their windows dim under a sky that hadn't seen sun in days. She'd come here to start over her husband. Daniel had died 6 months back. His truck crumpled in a wreck on Route 95, and the grief had hollowed her out, left her restless. The old Victorian house she'd bought cheap sat alone on a hill, its spires jagged against the mist, its walls stained with time a fresh start, she told herself, though the silence felt heavier than hope. Emily was 32, slight but weary, with dark hair cut short and eyes that carried too many shadows. She spent that first day unpacking boxes of clothes, a few books, a coffee pot, her footsteps echoing in the empty rooms, the hardwood creaking under her boots. The realtor had warned her about the basement. Folks left some junk down there, couldn't move it, he'd said, shrugging, but curiosity pulled her down the narrow stairs by afternoon. There it was, a massive mirror, floor to ceiling, its glass dulled with dust, its frame carved with tangled hands, fingers interlocked, reaching, frozen in dark wood. She wiped a streak clean with her sleeve. The reflection stared back, her own face, tired, pale, but something about it felt off, too still, too sharp. Pretty at least, she muttered, brushing off the unease. It was old, probably an antique, worth keeping despite the cracks spidering across its edges. That night, she slept fitfully in the upstairs bedroom, the house groaning around her, the wind tapping branches against the panes, but no dreams came, just a blank, heavy quiet that left her cold. Morning broke gray and slow. Emily shuffled downstairs, coffee in hand, and paused by the basement door. She didn't know why she opened it, why she descended again, but the mirror caught her eye, and she froze. Her reflection stood there, same clothes, same messy hair, but it didn't move when she did, just watched, unblinking, a faint smile curling its lips. She stepped closer, waved a hand. It stayed still, eyes locked on hers, that smile widening, slow, wrong, and she stumbled back, heart thudding. What the hell? She laughed it off. Stress, she figured, or bad sleep. Shut the door, locked it. Spent the day arranging furniture, avoiding the basement's pull. But that night, as rain drummed the roof, she heard it, a whisper, soft, familiar, rising from below. Emily, it called, low, pleading. Daniel's voice, her husband's, the one she'd buried. Emily, come back. She sat up, sheets tangled, breath shallow. No, impossible, but it came again. Please, I'm here, tugging her toward the stairs. Barefoot, trembling, she crept down. Each step creaked, the air growing colder, thicker, the whisper sharper. In the basement, the mirror glowed faintly, not her reflection now, but him. Daniel, pale, gaunt, dark rings under his eyes, his lips moving. Break it, Emily, let me out. She reached out, fingers brushing the glass. It was warm, pulsing, and his hand pressed back, faint, trapped. She yanked away, ran upstairs, slammed the door. Her mind spun, grief or madness, she couldn't tell. Wednesday morning, she woke aching. Her hands itched, skin flaking dry across her knuckles, nails yellowing at the edges. Just stress, she muttered, slathering lotion, but her fingers looked longer, thinner. She shook it off, drove to town, bought groceries, kept busy. Back home, the whisper waited, louder now, insistent. Emily, I need you. And the mirror's cracks spread, thin lines weeping, a black, oily slick that pooled on the floor, stinking of rot. She called Laura, her old friend from Portland, blonde, brash, the only one she trusted. I'm losing it. Can you come? Laura arrived by dusk, laughing as she stepped inside. This place is a dump. Haunted vibes for sure. Emily led her downstairs, pointed at the mirror. It's doing something, I swear. Laura peered and frowned. Looks normal to me, then gasped, eyes widening. Wait, I see. Before Emily could react, Laura grabbed a hammer from the toolbox, swung it at her own head hard. Deliberate blood sprayed, her skull cracked. But she smiled, wide, unhinged. The truth, it's so clear. She hit again, Emily screamed. Laura, stop. But her friend crumpled, dead, grinning, eyes glassy, hammer clattering beside her. Emily retched, backed away, the mirror rippled. Daniel's face laughing now, low, cruel. She dragged Laura's body upstairs sobbing. Shaking, called 911, but the line buzzed static, no answer. Alone, she grabbed an axe from the shed, stormed. The basement, swung at the mirror, metal clanged, bounced off, the glass unscratched. Daniel's voice filled her skull. You can't break it, Emily, you're mine. And her hands burned, skin splitting, black veins snaking up her arms, nails curving, dark, claw-like. She dropped the axe, stared, her fingers stretched longer, joints popping, her spine ached, bending wrong. Thursday night, it worsened. She couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, her eyes clouded, milky, her reflection gone from every mirror but the one downstairs. She stumbled to it, saw not Daniel, but herself, another self, tall, warped, arms too long, black and sinewy, eyes hollow, whispering, "You're already here." Her skin crawled, something moved beneath it, writhing, alive, and the mirror sang, a high, piercing wail that split her ears, blood trickling warm down her neck. Friday, she snapped, dragged a gas can from the garage, doused the house walls, floors, stairs, screaming, "Burn, you bastard." She lit a match, flames roared up, orange and wild, but the basement stayed cold, untouched. The mirror, gleaming through the smoke. She ran down, coughing, her reflection reached out, long, black fingers pierced the glass, sank into her shoulders, sharp, pulling. She clawed back, nails snapping, skin tearing, but it dragged her in, her body, melting, dissolving. A final scream, swallowed by the dark. The house burned to ash. Neighbors saw the blaze, called it in, but by Saturday, the ruins stood quiet, the basement intact, the mirror pristine, no cracks, no dust. Old Mr. Grayson, a nosy retiree from down the road, wandered in a week later, curious, muttering, "Poor girl, what a mess." He peered into the mirror, his face stared back, then shifted. Emily loomed behind, her long arms stretching, wrapping his neck, her empty eyes glinting, her smile wide to wide. He choked, stumbled, his shadow grew, stretched thin, twitching, and the mirror cracked again, slow, deliberate, a new web spreading across its surface. Grayson didn't leave. His truck sat parked, cold, as the house settled back into silence, waiting.